It's a joy to be able to spend this Wednesday a few moments with you here on the Word of Encouragement. And today we're going to look at the last chapter of the book of Hebrews, in Hebrews chapter 13. And wonderful truths. There's a variety of truths that are mentioned in this chapter, such as Jesus Christ, the same yesterday, today, and forever, and the God of peace, speaking about that. And then we have the fact that we should go forth outside the camp bearing his approach, and realizing that we in this day, as we stand with Christ, are going to be involved in the same spiritual battle. And that's one of the reasons we have this little time each day, is just to encourage you in the fact that as believers, we're on God's side, which means that we may be troubled by what's going on around us or even affected negatively by it. But this is what God has allowed, and we can be part of his plan for this day. But what I want to mention is verse 14. For here have we no continuing city, but we seek one to come. So often we look at the things that are around us as being so important. Now, granted, our country is important, and God established government, but the United States will pass away. We look at what we own and taking care of our homes and our possessions. Yes, they're important for a moment, but they're not going to last. The only things that matter are those things that will last for eternity. And we don't have anything here that's going to last except for the eternal souls of people. That would be our families, and then all of those that we can reach. And there is one to come. We seek one to come. We're going to be in the heavenly Jerusalem if we're saved. We're going to have the privilege of having the presence of God right there. Then we'll have the heavenly Jerusalem on a new earth after the heavens and earth are destroyed. And just on we could go with all of the prophetic events. And it's going to be wonderful. So we don't need to be so upset about what's happening to things that aren't going to last. What we need to be concerned about is that which will last, and frankly, the only thing that will last are the souls of men. And so we need to be invested in that which really matters. That's why we need to focus on the needs of our family and have them come to Christ and make that the number one goal of our life, and to see them grow and have development in their life, so when they stand before the judgment seat of Christ, that they'll bring honor and glory to him. We need to be burdened to see souls saved so that they will be in heaven, and then to see people discipled and go on for the Lord, and to be a great blessing to many and to be a glory to the Lord. We have to ask ourselves, what do we seek? Because what we seek is going to pretty much tell us what we react to. If we're all about right now, we're going to be really upset about what's happening in our country. We're going to be fit to be tied with all the news that we're hearing. We're going to be watching the stock market. We're going to be looking at the economic factors. But if we're seeking a city to come, we're going to look at these events totally differently. We're going to see this is going to be an opportunity here. People are a little bit shaken. I need to get the gospel out. I need to be more vocal with my workmates. I need to be an encouragement to believers to really take steps of faith to go forward. I need to challenge my family to really walk by faith. It's a totally different perspective. And so if we get down or burdened about the potential of things that can happen to what won't last, we're going to be really miserable. But if we're living for what will last, doesn't matter what happens. Sure, we're affected by it, but our deep down perspective is different. And if God can use what's happening to further his glory, we're all for it. Let's live for the city that is yet to come.